ticket, who?
Or the highway patrol.
But if they write a ticket or they arrest somebody, who's the judge it goes in front of?
What's the bond on less than 28 grand?
It's $500.
Yes, it is.
$500 bond.
Then it goes to
Assuming that they have no other priors, they don't have. I mean, I appreciate.
No, initially, it's a set bond,
yeah.
regardless of priors.
Okay.
And then it goes to the judge.
Well, that sure sounds like something that ought to be discussed. I'm not sure there's any reason to have a $500 bond for. Of course, no offense intended. If we eliminate all the bonds for under 28 grams of possession, you might not be up here, but somebody else is going to be sitting over here going, "Hey, you're taking money out of my pocket." Those guys post the bond every day. So, I mean, I think it's in my opinion, we should not be arresting people for minor drug offenses. We should be writing them tickets at the worst. I think it's silly to do it. I'm on the record for saying that. But if you're getting $50, you guys it's basically 10%.
Yeah.
If you're getting $50 for every one of those, and they're really not having any problem posting $50 bond, that's a nice little cash flow stream. It may not be the $10,000 or $50,000. It's a nice little cash stream that's always coming in. And if we stop doing that, somebody's going to be unhappy about where's my cash flow now.
One of the big problems with that is those are smaller bonds like that are the ones that are less likely to show up for court because they have really, it's like $500. They don't care. Our bigger bonds, you get into $1,000, $10,000, $5,000 bonds. They're pretty regular about showing up for court.
Real money.
The reason I'm so concerned with the after if they do miss court, who's reliable with this plan is because I know how much it costs me when I have to chase this $25,000 bond as opposed to paying it. If they're not responsible, not specifically you, if the plan isn't responsible, then it's the taxpayers. That's a problem.
I don't see any change. Right now, if they fail to appear, a warrant's issued. And most of these people are picked up by law enforcement someplace else in a traffic stop.
Well, that's what Mark
So,
said.
I mean,
what's the percentage on that?
I don't see your argument on that point about you all
as of
bringing
right
those
now,
folks
you
in.
wouldn't be able to see it. The program's too new.
No, I'm talking about your program and what we see. I mean, if you look at the national average, it's about 17% failure to appear.
I know what you're saying.
That's what it is. For you, that's
For
what it
the
is. 17%
national
average. Yeah, that's an average.
What's the state's average?
3 days trying to work on it.
That's what it is. I mean, you can go anywhere. You can go to Kentucky.
all of a
It's
sudden they get
just
ROR.
that's kind of what it is. It's right in that range. Is about 17%.
When people fail to appear, then that's our
And it's
job.
probably
don't
going to
have
be
to.
close to what mine is going to be. If I'm less, I'll be happy. It's just
I mean,
part of this program.
absolutely.
You're trusting
In
people
general,
that are
bonding
not
out of jail, I understand what you're saying. I mean,
Let them
it's-
have it.
Okay, all right, stop, everybody. It's stopped being a commission meeting. It's become a community discussion forum.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. We got to relax, and
Yeah, but we got a lot of business to get done, so
we got till 10:45.
that's right. We've now burned 40 minutes on this.
It's better than talking about
Look,
budget.
I appreciate you all bringing the issue to us. I'm certainly willing to look at other options. If you put something on paper and bring it to us, we'll look at it. I'm happy to go talk to judges about not having bond on anybody who's got under 28 grams. I don't have any problem with going to a judge talking about that. In fact, if I'd have known that was one of your suggestions when I saw Cotton Walker this morning running in the coffee shop to get a cup of coffee, I'd have said it to him. Of course, then I'd be in trouble because a bunch of people wouldn't be getting their $50 bonds. But if you guys have suggestions, I'm more than happy to look at them. If we start seeing skips, if we start seeing people not appearing under this program, you guys know you're going to be right up here. I mean, we know that's going to be an issue as soon as that starts happening, and we're not going to let it get to a Greene County perspective where we got hundreds or thousands of people out. That's not acceptable either. Right now, the system's working. I'm always happy to look at other options. The more money you can save the taxpayers, the happier I am. The more people that sit in jail, the less happy I am.
Could we get some disclosure on who the program's letting out and who the bonds are being reduced on? And
Well, I mean, this
we'll
is
be
a
able
public
to monitor
record.
What's going on too?
There's a public record.
We don't issue this out all the time because it takes time to make the document.
Yeah, I mean, we don't.
And there's like 100 and some bondsmen people, everybody be asking for it, we don't have time. They
Well-
just need to staying in contact. If they've been there 72 hours, they called them, they've got 72 hours after they called. They know when they come in. They have more time to look at it than we do.
All they do is sit and wait because they know they're gonna be released in September.
Well, and the only people that are getting released, I seriously doubt violent offenders are getting released at all, right?
No, I mean, if you look at our
I mean-
program, if you look at 3 months, 24 people out there on supervision.
How many bookings?
And I guarantee.
How many
you
bookings
that
do we
there's
process in 3 months, give or take?
541 a month.
So 1,500 bookings in 3 months, and we got 24 that have made it in the program.
What do you mean by supervision? Who's supervising them?
How many of you
How
released
so?
totally?
different methods, I have different.
That's just how many they're
Call when they
supervised.
come in, drug testing.
24 have
We got
either
about
been
30.
supervised or had the bond lowered
We got
through the
about 30 of
program.
them here that count on here that were ROR.
Some of them are not supervised by me.
Right, but that's what Rick's asking is the
Right.
total is,
24, right?
no, 24 supervised. The RORs, are they actually supervised or is that?
Some of them
just-
are not, no.
So some
If
are,
their
some
score-
aren't.
If
So.
their score is low enough and the judge determines they
And
don't
then
want to
reduced
supervise.
bonds, is that included in the?
You have to
supervision?
remember, this is a recommendation to the court that I do. I don't make the
I
actual
wasn't questioning
decision.
that. I was just saying the total number is what Rick was getting at, I
Right.
think, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just 24
But-
people that he's losing money on.
It's only 100.
And-
It's only 129 out of 1,500 that even been looked at on this sheet.
That's in 30 days.
No, that's in 3 months.
3 months.
September?
September, October, November.
Did you start the 1st of September?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So we've had 1,500 give or take people go through, and 129 have even been looked at. So and these include bonds, and then you guys have bonded some of them out that before the program did anything with them,
And that leaves us with all the lower bonds to work with.
or the bigger ones.
There's a ton of people right now.
My guess is the big ones are the ones that don't get any benefit off of this. If you committed an armed robbery, my guess is that's probably not going to get you out anytime soon through this program. They're going to have to post the big bond that you guys have to come up with.
If we had some kind of disclosure on this program, then we could monitor and see.
When
Well-
you say disclosure, every report that I file goes to the CaseNet. You can go in and look at CaseNet and see where
There
a
would be
report's
no
been
way
filed.
for us to track down who you're working with on CaseNet.
Well, sure there is. You know who's in jail. I mean, you know the people you're working with. If you have somebody
That
that's
would
called
take
you.
us forever to try to figure out.
Well, that's what I do, Mr. Higgins. I mean, I have to do the
If you
same
would give-
thing I'm asking you to
The
do.
courts require us, Perry Cove County, to give a report every month of every person that we have out on bond. Every person, every amount, every judge that they're under, and every charge that they have. That's what we have to do. We have to produce that every month.
I do it every
To the
day.
county.
I'm doing this every day.
Well, we have to keep track of it every day too. So why couldn't we get the same thing from you?
From just representing my company, I'm okay with the $500 bonds. Get rid of those on record. The only thing is, as a taxpayer, like I said, I'm concerned that down the road, how this will affect the community, your fellow taxpayers. So as long as there's monitoring on that and it's public information,
Well, we're gonna do quarterly reports, or we've asked for that anyway. That's a new program. Right now it's successful. If it becomes a problem, we'll address it. And like Mark said, if you got a better idea, I'm pretty sure I
mean,
speak
if
for all three of
down
us.
the road,
It saves
they
money.
do happen to run, I do bounty hunting, so just throwing that
There you go.
on the record.
We'd be more than happy to take on that job and go and find it.
Well, the program seems to be very successful at this point. I think y'all doing a good job with it. I appreciate y'all bringing it up.
And if you guys,
We don't have other options.
if y'all want a
right now.
copy of this,
Um,
you're welcome to have a copy. It's a public record. First week of March. That's 3 months from now. If you guys plan on get on the agenda, and we'll have another public report on it. And again, I'm very serious. If at any point you have a suggestion on how to make it work better, write it down and send it to us, because I'd take them. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Chris
open.
knows long enough. I mean, we bend over backwards trying to figure out ways to save money. It's tough.
I know.
I'm open to looking at anything that you guys have that will help us reduce our costs. And one thing I'm not open to looking at is letting people go on less than 28 grams of marijuana. If they're breaking the law, I expect all these guys to arrest them and put them in jail. And I will not stand for any exception. If you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. You get arrested. So
Summons is the same thing. There's no reason to go in jail on something like that. That's no different than arresting everybody who gets charged for 56 and a 55. You really want to be locked up for that? No, of course not. We want a ticket written for it and move on.
well, but I would disagree with that.
It's one of the officer
So
discretion issues. There's got to be some discretion because, just like Mark said, when the legislature saw fit to make virtually all traffic offenses arrestable offenses, I'm not sure that license plate.
well, I think that's a different situation.
Law says it.
It's
Law says it.
law just as much as the other.
You got to be very cautious in wanting 100% anything.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much for coming in.
Thank
We
you
really
for your
do
time.
appreciate it.
I would defer to what's right and what's wrong. So
Which I will make as a lawyer, I will tell you. I completely agree with that. But the law, the issue you're dealing with is not right or wrong. It's legal or illegal. And that has never been the same as right or wrong.
that's true.
When I talk to classes, I tell them that the criminal justice system is not about justice. It's about fair application of the law. And that's the hard issue to communicate to people.
There are 10 commandments. We got a lot more laws.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have nothing to do with any of the 10 commandments.
If we all follow the 10 Commandments, we wouldn't need any laws.
Well, but drugs would still have to be illegal then, right? If you follow all 10 commandments? Because that's not...
That depends
No.
on how you interpret them.
There's nothing in the 10 commandments to deal with drugs.
No,
There's not.
no.
I mean, that's
I
not...
have a scripture that says, "Be not drunk with wine when it's excess." And
Didn't-
the issue is not to not.
But it's not wine.
Broken
not
like
It's not wine.
It's not to be not drunk.
I've not murdered
not
anybody,
drunk.
so I'm safe on one of the commandments.
All right. We're going to move on after that one. We got a couple of real quick administrative things. Let's roll through them. Accounts payable review. You've gone through them?
Yeah.
I entertain a motion to approve accounts
So moved.
payable. Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Second and final reading of budget adjustment number 16. Can I see it, Debbie?
$18,240. It's a grant.
Can I see the other one?
We're getting money.
Getting money. It's in or outer.
So moved.
Second.
A motion second to approve budget adjustment number 16. Call roll, please.
Chris?
Yes.
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 By roll call vote, that's approved. Budget adjustment number 17, $11,607.70 for a polling place accessibility grant, in and out.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second to approve budget adjustment 17. Call roll, please.
Mark?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
By roll call vote, that's approved also.
I'm always last.
You wasn't the first one.
I was too. You know it hurts my feelings.
Okay. I got a closed session that somebody put on here.
I'm not sure what that is.
How are we doing closed session and the sheriff's budget?
You guys told me to put it on your agenda. So
I did not tell you to put it on the agenda.
I didn't care,
the meeting before.
so I probably said put it on there.
Well, it's
Send me a
either
bill.
now or next Thursday, and we're running out of time. with
Well,
the
okay.
What is it?
Health department contract.
My question is this. How do we do this?
Up to you guys.
We can step out for a few.
Well, do we want to clear the room, go off the record, and then come back in? All right. Either.
Please don't drink my coffee.
Well,
Okay.
don't go far, please, because I have a feeling this will be a very quick closed session. I entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to 610-021 sub 12.
So moved.
What are we discussing?
Well, that's.
We can go into close, and if we don't need
if we
to,
don't like it, we're gonna come right back out.
Okay. I'll second.
All right, call a roll, please, Betty.
Jeff?
Yes. Thank you.
Chris?
Yes.
Yes. Don't go far, Betty. What do I need to do to stop this?
Kick it.